What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been waiting for 2 years. 2 years for what's in this box right here. And I overpaid for it. Because I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for good tools. Little peripheral packet. Neilson Toolworks. Scrub plane. Made in Maine. Warren, Maine. USA. Since 1981. Probably the best hand plane company in the world. Hands down, Neilson makes the best hand planes. Especially when it comes to bevel down planes. You cannot beat these guys. They've got it so dialed in and perfect. The quality of these tools is like off the charts. And I'm really glad I started buying these things before the pandemic. Because, yeah, everything's... I was on a waiting list for 2 years, got an email, and they said, hey, limited run. Limited production run. So if you're lucky and you go fast, you might actually be able to find another Neilson scrub plane on the internet right now. But it won't be there long. I can guarantee that. You cannot get hand planes right now. Haven't been able to for 2 years. But yeah, this was 125. Oh my god, this thing is nice. God. They don't disappoint. But yeah, you know, pre-pandemic, this was 125. 125. Now, 225. So I can only imagine what the number 8 joiner is going to go for. You know, pre-pandemic, I paid a little over $500 for the number 8 joiner. You know, after taxation and molestation. Yeah, it was expensive. This thing, you know, I know this is $350 before taxation and molestation. And this here Wood River. Now this is $199. I don't know what it is. You can't get any of these right now. It doesn't matter what brand. You can't get this, you can't get this, and you can't get this. And this is a number 4. This is a number 4. And this is a number 4. Why do you have so many number 4s? Well, you know, this is kind of the first one that I got. You know, $199. I didn't want garbage. I wanted something, you know, decent. But I wasn't looking for $350, $400, you know, because I was just getting into it. It's just getting warmed up. I haven't made any money yet. But then I saw how much money I could make with these things, and what nice things I could make with these. You know, that number 8 joiner, man, that thing, if you want to make stuff like this, you know, cherry, walnut, maybe a shelf like that with walnut and maple and dovetails, and, you know, being able to join boards together like this and make panels wider or put a stripe, you need that joiner. You need it. And people will pay for nice stuff. So, you know, I used this for a while, and I said, you know what? This thing is beautiful, by the way. Yeah. I mean, come on. That's got to do something for you. It's solid bronze. Pretty hefty. It weighs a little bit more than your average number 4. But yeah, this thing cuts really, really nice. Blades are like double or triple tempered and cryogenically frozen. A2 steel. And usually I don't like A2 steel, but their A2 steel is... Yes. Yes, please. I'll take 4. And then you have Veritas. Veritas, so these are made in Canada. And yeah, I think Veritas, they do a really, really nice job when it comes to bevel up. Bevel up planes, Veritas, only if you get PMV11. If you get 01, then I'm going to say I told you so. You need PMV11, and these things are very, very nice. But that's for bevel up. For bevel downs, and probably even their bevel downs. I noticed that Neilson does make some, I mean, They do make some bevel ups. But, yeah. Their bevel downs are just... God. That's very nice. So yeah, the scrub plane was, the last one on my list. And when I saw it, I just jumped on it because I want to be able to put this in my work truck and have it on me all the time. And if it gets rusty and the handle breaks in half, I don't care. I don't care. So I wanted a scrub plane for the shop. So, there's Veritas and Lee Neilson. They both make a scrub plane. Generally speaking, I like Lee Neilson's stuff better, so I went with a Lee Neilson. Both of their scrub planes look very similar. The only difference is Veritas, they put their scrub plane blade with bevel up. I mean, they are the bevel up kings, right? And Lee Neilson, they put the bevel down. I mean, you can see it. Logo up, that bevel is down. And there's no chip breaker. Look, see the distance there? There is no chip breaker. And I know in some cases with heavy removal tools, they'll actually design it so that the top cap will act as a chip breaker to roll the shavings. And maybe that's the case here, but that seems like really deep. So I want to go and sharpen and re-oil this guy, get it back to top working condition. And then I'm going to resharpen this guy myself. I want it like polished perfectly. Make sure that back is nice and flat. And then we're going to test this against this. As this was meant to be used, intended to be, bevel down, and see how it works. And then I wanted to try a little experiment and flip the blade and put it bevel up and just see if there's a difference. It might be too much by the time you add up the the bevel angle and the bed angle. It might be too steep. I don't know. But we're gonna go test that. We're gonna go sharpen and test it out. Let's go. All right. It's time to sharpen. First, we're gonna take the blades out of there, and we're gonna get the backs of the blades flat, and then we're gonna run over there because I'm lazy and I like using the Tormek. It's a lot faster. And a little more precise, because I am not that precise by hand. Alright, time to cheat a little, and we're going to work on the bevel side with this guy, the Tormek. And then maybe we'll use the power strop a little bit, and then we'll finish it off on the table, and then cut some wood. Can you handle it? Look at that. Oh yeah. Alright, while we're here, a little Java oil. This stuff is for skin, but it also prevents rust on your planes. And it makes your skin soft. So why not? Alright, first off, we'll throw the jointer across this piece of poplar. See what a nice plane cut's like. wispy. Just like butter. Nice, clean, even shavings. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a beast. It's a little bit bigger than this here number 4. And number 8 is a must-have. All right, so this is the Wood River converted into a scrub plane. Nice and sharp. Yeah. So let's set the blade deep. Good for taking off material fast. Works pretty good. All right, let's try Lee Neilson. Now we're gonna go with bevel down, the way it was intended to be used. Put a little paraffin wax. Oh yeah. Yeah, that cuts nice. Poplar is usually, you know, what a lot of baseboards, crown moldings and stuff are made out of, especially if you get it from a, you know, a decent place. So poplar was key. Let's try some red oak. Don't know which way the grains are running, but I'm sure we'll find out. Wood River. Cuts it really nice. You can take it off heavy too. These are pretty good. This thing really takes the material off. It leaves a pretty good finish too. It's not really tearing out. That's the only thing I didn't want, was tear out. I don't mind scalloped and wonky. I just didn't want chunks ripping out. Because then you gotta plane those out after. This is pretty nice. The only thing is, this plane has an adjustment. You can send the blade back and forward. This one does not. You kind of have to tap it around. But once you have it set, you can kind of just leave it. So I just wanted to try a little experiment here. Because Veritas, this is Veritas's number 7 jointer, bevel up. PMV 11, cuts nice. Their scrub plane, Veritas's, is bevel up. So I was wondering if I could flip this blade upside down. See if it works. I know obviously I gotta add up the bed angle with the bevel angle to get the cutting angle. But I mean, if you had to, you could resharpen the bevel angle. actually cuts cleaner. Bevel up, but the blade is just barely sticking out of there. That's crazy. Let's try right up. Yeah. So you can actually see inside this top cap. If you flip this bevel up, the top cap comes right to, you know, the top of this this bevel. It almost acts like well, actually you don't need a chip breaker because it's bevel up. This thing rolls the shavings on its own. So yeah, you can use it either way. It cuts faster, bevel down. Seems like it hogs it out nice and quick, but bevel up. It leaves a cleaner finish, believe it or not. I'm probably the only one on YouTube that ever attempted that. It works. But anyways, guys, you know, I just wanted to do a little comparison. The new Neilson, well, it's actually not new, but it's new to me. But the Neilson scrub plane, and if you're quick enough and go on their website, you may actually be able to get your hands on one because it's the only thing around. And you might have to wait another year, who knows? But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.